Hey guys, welcome to Melanin United. This video I'm going to talk about this whole EU Parliament worried about the Ugandan Tanzanian oil pipeline. It's so it's so funny. Notice how this one European Parliament member raised the issue or whatever, like that Uganda, what's it called, and they had a resolution or whatever, voted to have a resolution that Uganda and Tanzania's oil pipeline. Also, the French oil company Total has is like a part of it also. But what's it called? The EU Parliament, what's it called, were like crying about climate change and all that type of stuff. But you guys notice how they all start really crying about climate change when now African nations are starting to work together and you know what I mean, like extract their oil, extract their resources. Now they want to cry about climate change when they are the biggest abusers to the climate and stuff. The whole reason this whole climate situation is because of these people. They're the ones that pollute the skies, pollute the waters, and all that. Their amount for greed and extracting resources. Now all these new global green plans that China, America, and the Europeans make together just to stop Africans from extracting our resources and building our economy. You know what I mean? They're the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen in my life. Now that for in that European Parliament, they were talking about the citizens, that a lot of people are displaced from that area, the citizens and all that. That's interesting. I didn't know you cared, because if you cared, why are you still in the Congo extracting cobalt coltang right now when you're displaced? How many citizens you displaced? How many kids have died? But you're not. But you want to worry about Uganda, but you're not worried about Congo because we need that for new iPhones, new Teslas, the U.S. military, and all that stuff, right? So it's like you can't say something in Uganda but not say anything in the Congo or Nigeria's oil, or you know what I mean. These people are the biggest hypocrites I've ever seen. The only reason they're really crying because yeah, the French company has a part, like, so they, obviously they're gonna get some money, but I'm saying the big winners are Tanzania and Uganda, so it's their project. So that's why the Europeans are mad, because it's our project, and what's it called? People are going to benefit from it. It's going to give jobs to Tanzanians and Ugandans. And this, by the way, I remember this project being signed, or the deal being signed. I think it was last year or 2 years ago. I want to say last year. Maybe 2 years ago. When Magufuli, my favorite president from recently, when they killed him, when the European killed him, before they killed him, him and Museveni signed a deal, to a good oil pipeline deal. I think it was 3.5 billion or something like that. So it's gonna give a lot of jobs to the from both countries and stuff like that. And the Europeans do not like that. If they're not the ones that are just fully extracting the oil or fully extracting the mineral resources and going to them, then they're gonna have a problem. You see what I'm saying? They don't have a problem when it's only their big companies coming in, not two African countries working together. So they want to pretend. See, they pretend to call out Total, which is the French company that's involved in also the oil deal. They want to call them out because they want to act like, okay, let's call them out so we could be like, we're calling everyone out, but they're really trying to just stop us from working together. Yet again, we have another case of them interfering in our internal affairs. Where's our sovereignty? These so-called countries have sovereignty and all that. We don't have our sovereignty. They're always interfering in our internal affairs. But they want to say, "Oh, Ukraine's a sovereign nation. Taiwan has the right to make sovereign decisions and all that." But where's African sovereignty? See what I'm saying? These people want us to be slaves forever. They don't want us to be independent. They don't want us to be economically free. They don't want us to be politically free. They don't want us to be militarily free. They're trying to hold us. Why they started crying all about all this fossil fuel stuff, green energy, green plants, all that, when African nations are starting to integrate more, cooperate more, make agreements more, economic agreements, uh, mine corporation cooperations for minerals. Now they want to start crying. Don't you guys find that weird? But the thing is, they're saying we all want to stop using fossil fuels by, I think, December. But you know what's funny? When the shit's going on between the Russia and Ukraine, now some of the European countries, the same countries that were lecturing to the African countries, no, the climate is bad. Don't use fossil fuel. Use green energy. All that type of stuff. Now some of them are going back to using fossil fuels. So tell me how that makes sense. So they want African nations not to use fossil fuels because they said we should all stop, but now some of them are trying to go back. What does that tell you? See, they don't want us to be free. They want to hold us. They don't want us to have our be economically free, politically free. Like I said, they want to do everything for you. They want to feed you. They want to do everything for you. So that's the thing, man. They're interfering like they always do. So Museveni, please continue the project. Don't let them stop you. They're trying to stop you right now. Samia Hulu Hassan, please continue the project too. It's very upset when that's why they killed Magufuli because he was very intelligent and he got shit done for real. So and I thought because he was saying the president that's now the Tanzania president Samuel Lewis Hassan, a female president. He was saying she was getting all that, so I took his word. But when I seen like an ancient tribal group, the Maasai, getting convicted from their own land in Tanzania because for some Arab game reserves, Magufuli would not let that happen. So that upset me. So, but I hope you guys continue with this project. Don't let them deter you from this project. They're gonna use all kind of stuff like their environment. People are being displaced. Children are being sick. But you're not worried about that in the Congo. You're not worried about that in Nigeria. You're not worried about that in Sudan. You're not worried like no, it doesn't make sense. We know you don't want us to work together and actually have the money when it's not you, when it's not you doing all this stuff. You don't want us to cooperate together. So don't let them trick you guys. They're gonna try to say stuff about the people being displaced, the environment, droughts. Now they're crying about wildlife when they come and kill wildlife in Africa like it's no tomorrow. So now they're crying about the drought, the climate change, the wildlife, but they doing the exact same thing. So yeah, that's what they do. Hypocrites. All right, thanks guys. Like, comment, share.